Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Level Up Podcast. My name is Ricky. I'm back here with another familiar voice. We have Will back.
Yo.
Today, we're going to be talking about Marvel Phase 4. We're just going to be going over what is planned, what has been confirmed, our thoughts on it, things like that. So, want to get into it? Let's just get into it.
Yeah, so I got the lineup right here. It's going to be a little blurry, but you already know what's happening.
Word. Okay. So before we even get into that, let's talk about Far From Home. We don't have to talk about the whole movie, but we can talk about that end credit scene, the two end credit scenes.
Yeah. So the first one was, I forgot the first. I know the last one was. What was the first one?
First one, I thought wasn't the first one. He's just swinging with MJ.
I thought that was the last one.
That's the last one. What was the first one then?
There were two, were they? Or were there
there was two. There was two.
I don't remember what the second one was. I don't think the other one was important.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yes. So basically, if you haven't seen Far From Home, spoiler alert, obviously. If we talk about Marvel, there's going to be spoilers.
Yo, it's been a long time. You should have seen that already.
Yeah. So basically, Mysterio filmed a fake video before he, quote unquote, died. I still don't think he's dead.
Yeah, he's not dead.
I don't think he's dead.
He's not dead.
Because, how did he die? And how did he, quote unquote, die? And did he get shot in the head or something? Or did you?
Nah, he got.
Because I know Spider-Man blocked the bullet, but then how did he die? I don't even remember. Anyway.
Dang,
he died. He died on film, which never believe it if it's Mysterio. So anyway, before he quote unquote died, he filmed a video revealing Spider-Man as Peter Parker, and it was up on New York City advertisement screens, and it was shown on J. Jonah Jameson's
The Daily
Bugle, which is awesome.
It's not a newspaper anymore.
It's like a talk show,
like a blog series,
like Alex Jones.
Yeah.
But so everyone knows that Peter Parker Spider-Man, which I personally think that Shield could easily find a way to say he just blamed someone, because obviously the world found out Mysterio wasn't who he says he was, and right. Shield could obviously cover that up. But if they do choose to go into more detail on actually reviewing Peter Parker as Spider-Man, I don't think that's a big deal. The only thing that I think it'll affect is students around school, and maybe he'll have to leave that high school, right. And also Crash finding out about it, because Crash in the future is going to be an important character, because they did do a lot of lead up on the fact that his parents weren't involved.
Oh, Flash.
Yeah, I said Crash, didn't I?
Yeah, you said Crash.
Flash, yeah.
I was thinking Crash Bandicoot the whole time. I was like, damn, he's in a Marvel movie?
But yeah, Flash is getting more lead up. Also, I don't know if you saw that Easter egg with Gwen Stacy, apparently.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
It's not here. I think it's just an Easter egg.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
But yeah, I hope they don't make Flash a bad guy, because they're kind of making it seem like he is.
So there's a theory that Flash is going to be Green Goblin instead of Harry Osborn.
I can see that.
Or Norman Osborn.
Because he is rich.
Yeah, in the comics there's a run where Flash was adopted by Norman Osborn, and taken in and was taken under his wing and became a villain. So I don't know if that's where they're going with it, but at the same time it's just I hope not, because I want a classic Harry Osborn, Norman Osborn.
I think their chemistry is really good, because he says that he has a lot of respect for Peter, and then he makes fun of him, or a lot of respect for Spider-Man, and then makes fun of Peter. So if he found out about it, I feel like he would kind of just be his another tech dude.
Yeah.
But if they do go that route, I don't see anything against it. But maybe be a bad guy at first, and then kind of be more as a friendly at the end.
Yeah.
Kind of like Deadpool. Speaking of Deadpool, they did say that he's gonna be introduced eventually in
the MCU. Yeah.
I hope he takes over the Stan Lee cameos.
I could see that.
He's too fourth wall breaking to be in the film. Yeah. I could see him being an end credit cutscene.
No, I could see him popping in throughout the movie.
Yeah, just not doing
they're in a fight scene or something. He's just walking through a battlefield, excuse me, coming through. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. But anyway, in terms of that end credit scene, I think it just kind of summarizes Phase 4. I think in Phase 5, or if they haven't introduced movies in Phase 4, because I remember in Phase 3 they had movies that weren't even on the lineup and they came out, so they could be hiding stuff in Phase 4.
Well, I know that we're getting another Spider-Man movie in Phase 4, which was confirmed, but they didn't announce it.
Yeah.
So maybe they're still working out some kinks, like what they're going to do, who's going to be a villain. I hope we get a Sinister Six, or at least the beginnings of a Sinister Six.
Yeah. But in terms of Phase 4, we have Black Widow, Falcon and the Winter Soldier on Disney+, Eternals, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, WandaVision on Disney+, Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness, Loki on Disney+, What If series on Disney+, Hawkeye on Disney+, and then Thor: Love and Thunder, finishing it off in November of 2021. A lot of Disney+ shows, which is smart, but also they all tie in with MCU. So it's not like a show that doesn't have anything to do with it.
Right.
It's going to directly affect the thing. So now I have to get Disney+.
Especially after WandaVision.
Yeah.
It's directly correlating with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, which is the one that I'm most excited for.
I'm excited for Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings because I had to do research on each of these titles, and I didn't realize the Ten Rings are the people that kidnapped Tony Stark.
Yeah, but the thing with that is they're all their own separate like entity, even though they're working under the same name of Ten Rings. They all do their own thing.
Yeah,
and they're not really tied together, but it's still.
It's been a while since we've had no Avengers movie, because usually in a phase they have like a gather up,
right?
But because this is the beginning of a new era, it's just all unique EPs and titles,
right?
Like Eternals, I'm looking forward to it. That'll open up the celestial body of just the universe in general.
I can see Galactus being introduced in Eternals.
Doctor Strange. I forgot what that villain that he said he wants to look into.
They're doing Nightmare,
and then also I could see Wanda, kind of maybe finding a way to get Vision back in that movie.
I wonder if that's going to be their version of House of M.
Probably, maybe.
Where she's like distraught.
That'd be cool.
And she starts changing things to fit her Wanda vision.
Dude, you just blew my mind. And then Loki is basically him, because after Endgame he took the Tesseract and disappeared. It's basically him going through time and kind of messing with it.
Yeah.
And an alternate universe that has nothing to do with our universe of MCU, like the main one.
I'm kind of looking forward to that because I want
little Easter eggs that I want to see with that as well.
Let's see. Black Widow, I'm actually looking forward to because Taskmaster is going to be the villain. And I just like the fact that he can fight anybody because he studies your fight style and then can mimic your fight style. So I feel like that'll be really cool. We'll get some really cool fight scenes between Black Widow and Taskmaster and whoever else is like a cameo. I'm pretty sure somebody's going to show up in that film.
Probably Hawkeye or something.
Yeah.
Well, also, it's probably already confirmed that Taskmaster loses because like he's not in the MCU after that because it's a prequel.
Yeah.
Unless he somehow disappears and then is reintroduced later.
Yeah, I feel like he like just leaves and he's off doing his own thing.
I think Black Widow is like its own entity and it isn't really going to have. It's going to be like, because we don't know much about her past, but we're going to see things where it's like, oh, I remember that in Phase 3 or I remember that in Phase 2. I don't think much of Black Widow is going to have effect on the future in Phase 4.
I hope that, the whole Budapest Easter egg teases off, or not teases, but plays off.
I'm sure they'll have that in there because that's like a big.
Yeah, I'll be disappointed if we get in there and it's just like, here's Budapest.
I'm hoping
and it's
it
like
opens
nothing.
With him opening with that. That'd be cool.
You think so?
I think that'd be cool. Well, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Falcon and the Winter Soldier is pretty much both Falcon and Winter Soldier taking over Cap's duties as Captain America in the military.
I hear that people in that one aren't going to be too happy that the Falcon is Captain America.
Why? Because he's black?
I have no idea.
I
would think that, but I don't see Disney going that route.
I think it's fine. I think they're pretty open. They had an openly gay character in Endgame, and that was a huge movie. They have black superheroes.
I mean, yeah, but I'm talking about like the show itself. I think people are going to be attached to
Captain America,
and then like this new guy is like, now I'm Captain America.
Well, the thing is, a lot of a lot of fans are comic book fans. I'm personally haven't read the comics, but a lot of people go and see this movie. I mean, Endgame is the highest grossing movie of all time now.
Yeah.
So a lot of those portions are people that didn't read the comics, didn't watch the movies, and are just watching it. So I think a lot of people are going to be confused, but a lot of the fans are going to understand that there were comics where Falcon was the Winter Soldier. Falcon and Winter Soldier were Captain America at points, which I think a lot of the fans will be happy about. And I'm hoping they go into more alternate universe stuff where they like show more of Cap's past, present thing where he went with Peggy.
Actually, there's a theory for that now too. They're saying that there's always been 2 Caps.
Technically, there is.
And
infinite time loop.
Yeah, they're saying that there's always been 2 Captain Americas in the timeline that we had, because though he went back in time to like stay with Peggy, that means that Cap is still in ice.
Yeah,
the Cap of that time.
We talked about that during the Endgame.
Yeah,
I don't know if that went up or not, but we talked about how like I went in like elaboration where it was like he could just not thaw him out and then take his place. Like it's still 2 Caps.
So now they're saying that at Peggy's funeral, there's some old guy there, and his name is Steve. Like his name is, or like something Rogers, and they're just like, that is Cap, and that Cap's been here the whole time.
That's cool. And then there's not really much to go in with the Eternals. It's its own separate IP. I don't know much about the comic books, but celestial beings.
Yeah, it's like Celestials created the Eternals, which created mankind, or like
just a whole bunch of space shit that I'm excited for because it's a big comic book thing, but I don't know much about, so I want to go in with a fresh mind. Right. What If is Disney Plus is based on their comic series where they have like what if Agent Carter was Captain America. They take superheroes and mix them with characters, and they take scenarios where like what if Thanos didn't whatever. Like I'm sure they'll make more, but
and it's supposed to be animated from what I heard as well.
Yeah. And then Hawkeye is going along the story of his daughter and Hawkeye,
which I'm not looking forward to. I don't really.
Well, maybe that'll introduce the Young Avengers as well.
Maybe, but I'm not really into it.
They needed an IP for it's Hawkeye. A movie, right?
Or no, it's a show. It's a show.
Okay, then I could see that being more like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. kind of style.
Yeah, and I was like, I wasn't really into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. like that.
Yeah.
Until they got to the Ghost Rider phase, because that's my favorite hero.
I haven't seen that.
So I was like, yo, that's cool. I'm down with the Ghost Rider phase, but after that, I was like, no, I'm good.
And then Thor, Love and Thunder, Marvel and Natalie Portman settled their differences, so Natalie Portman is back in.
She's gonna be Thor.
She's gonna be female Thor. She somehow gets worthy. I don't fucking know.
It's in the comics. Jane becomes Thor, but like I don't remember.
I don't either.
Why?
I'm hoping this is the last Thor because it's kind of drawn out at this point.
You think so?
If he makes cameos in Guardians of the Galaxy, then I'm okay with that.
Well, you see, to me, the Thor movies just started getting good. Because, like, I didn't like the first 2.
That's true.
And then
I liked the
Ragnarok came, and
I liked all of them except for the second one. I don't like the second one.
I didn't like the first
one. I don't even remember it.
The second one is...
Well, the first one didn't feel like Thor because he looked like a different actor. Even was it the same actor?
Yeah.
He just looked different. He wasn't as mature as he is now. He was more like "fuck you peasants" kind of.
But I mean that was Thor, like to begin with, But it just felt weird. It didn't. It felt like okay. So you know how these are comic book movies, but they don't really feel like a comic book movie. Like they don't feel cartoony or whatever. That one felt really corny. The first one was just really corny, and I was like, yeah, nah.
I think that was my second Marvel movie I saw because I don't remember. I used to have the order of Marvel movies memorized, like the release date, because I did like a quiz. I don't remember. I know Thor probably came after Iron Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Captain America as well. I think it was Iron Man, Captain America first,
and then Thor. Yeah.
But anyway, I'm excited to see where it goes and what it actually entails because they don't really have much info on it besides the fact that it's female.
And Thor. Then Valkyrie is going to be starting out as queen of...
Korg will probably be in it too, and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm skeptical.
Well, I think we're a little... what's the word? spoiled when it comes to Marvel fandom. I think because we're all so used to the Avengers and growing up as kids watching those movies, the fact that it's all brand new, quote unquote brand new movies, like I'm sure they'll do Eternals 2 and Shang-Chi 2 and all this stuff, and I think we just need to give it time and just be excited for the fact that we get more Marvel movies next year. Guardians of the Galaxy, I don't believe is coming in Phase 4.
I don't think so
because of the whole director issue. Well,
he's back, and he confirmed that
he's back. Yeah,
they're writing or whatever. They're still working.
But he was directing the DC movie.
What movie was that?
Number 2 of Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
he was directing that, so that's why he wasn't doing Phase. I mean, I'm sure.
Oh no, they got rid of him for something completely different.
They got rid of him because of his old tweets. Yeah. Like he said some skeptical shit on Twitter.
Yeah, and
but then
was just we part ways, which I thought was dumb in the first place. I think all of that is dumb. But that's
I don't know what he said. If he said some like racist shit, maybe.
No, it wasn't racist. It's more more along the lines of like, this is offensive. I don't remember like what exactly.
People are sensitive these days.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, he tweeted that.
If he makes you this much money, don't get rid of him unless he is terrible to people on set. Like,
or if he's terrible to people in general.
Yeah,
and exactly. James Gunn doesn't strike me as a terrible dude. So like, yeah, just suck that up. Suck it up. Work with the man.
Which one are you most excited for? You said Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange for sure. That was the one I was excited for last phase. Even before like they announced it, I was like, yo, we need a Doctor Strange movie. And the next thing you know, they was like, yeah, we're bringing Doctor Strange. And I was like, all right, cool.
And this is only the second one. I'm sure there'll be more.
Of course.
Because like the title makes it look like it's like so badass and epic that it's like a third one or something. Yeah, and I totally forgot that there's only been 2.
Now you see, okay, so I have this thing, right? They confirmed Fantastic Four, which means we get Fantastic Four
and mutants
characters and mutants. So the way I wanted, how am I going to say this? All right, so in the comic books, like when the Thanos stuff is happening, Silver Surfer crashes into the Sanctum Sanctorum, and it's like, yo, Thanos is coming.
Yeah,
right.
I remember that.
So, but in the movie, it was Hulk. So what I'm thinking is, okay, Galactus gets introduced in the Eternals,
and then Galactus is coming.
And then since we have access to Silver Surfer at the end credit of Doctor Strange, like crashes into the Sanctum Sanctorum, is like, yo, Galactus is coming, like.
So I don't think that actual characters are going to be introduced mutants in Phase 4 at all.
Right.
I think there might be Easter eggs or talks about it or like end credit scenes introducing it. But I could definitely see something starting in Multiverse of Madness because it's multiverses.
Right.
Potentially something in Eternals and potentially something in Thor because, I mean, I can't think of anything that would have to do with Thor, like fighting anyone. Like I don't remember anything else.
Nah, and I can see it being in Thor only because it's the last film of the phase. So,
I could see the first movie of Phase 5 being Fantastic Four.
Can I see that?
Or
I can see that.
Because that's like 2 years from now.
Well, you see, okay, so they'll be jumping the gun, so to speak. Oh wow. Because they're set to do a Black Panther 2, and Namor is the rumored villain for that, and Namor is the first mutant.
I think that if that does happen, and we do get Fantastic Four in Phase 5, I think that Black Panther 2 will be in Phase 4. Because if you look at this, there's only like 4 movies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's like 10 things on here. And I know it takes a lot to direct a TV show.
Yeah.
But that's totally different directors from a film. And I feel like they could do both.
Well, I feel like Spider-Man is definitely going to be on here. If you look at their release record or their track record for releases, it's every year around 4th of July. Mm-hmm. The Homecoming came out not last year, but the year before, around 4th of July. Far From Home came out 4th of July. Too.
I can see it being his last Spider-Man.
Can you really?
Unless he doesn't renew his contract. Because usually it's like, isn't it like 3 movies?
Okay, so yeah, it's 3. And the only like trouble that comes in with that is the whole Sony deal.
I'm sure he'll renew his contract.
If he doesn't renew or if Sony doesn't renew, that means Sony gets to use Tom Holland, everything that they set up in their own films.
I can see him renewing it. Because Spider-Man is the type of thing where he's just there. Like, there are things in the movie that set up small things in other, like, Avengers movies.
Right.
But, like, with Doctor Strange, or not Doctor Strange, with the most recent one, nothing really set up for the future of the MCU. It was just him. And in the past with Spider-Man, it's always been his own unique thing. Because this is the first time Marvel is the first company besides DC that's ever done something like this, where movies connect with movies. And in the original Sony Spider-Mans, they don't really connect. It's just like a storyline. Mm-hmm. And I could see them having Spider-Man keep going, fighting more villains from the comics, and like just being in the Avengers movies. Like, you know, just being like cameos, kind of like how it was in Infinity War and Endgame. I can see just being a superhero. Because they need bodies to fight big dudes.
You're right.
But I don't think he's going to have like a huge story arc unless he has a huge connection with another character.
I feel like he's going to have a huge story arc. And the only reason why I feel like he's going to have a huge story arc is because they made Tony Stark a big piece in his movies. So that makes me feel like, okay, now he's like hella connected to Avengers.
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
He's definitely going to have a huge story arc because he has to take over quote-unquote Iron Man.
Right. So it's just like he's going to be a big piece. And
he's no longer like a neighborhood Spider-Man.
Right. And just because like he's really they invested all their time and story, whatever, into him, that's why I feel like they're going to renew and they're going to keep him on and eventually just be like, all right, cool, you can have him. Like, you're doing really well with him. And I think they made a deal, or there was a rumor saying that if this movie, Far From Home, didn't reach $1 billion, then like they couldn't use him again or something like that. But that was just a rumor. I don't think that was real.
I fucking threw up in my mouth a little bit. Not on purpose. Damn. Not because of the movie.
I was about to say, damn, the movie was that bad?
No, just because I had the Gatorade and some crackers and I coughed and it just came up. Anyway. I'm good. So I think it's too early to talk about Phase 5. I
don't.
I think it's just like, I want to see more movies of this. Stuff like that.
All right.
Apparently Killmonger's coming back in Black Panther 2, which I can't wait for because I liked him a lot. In the Ancestral Plane.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
I feel like he could be like a big character for that.
You think so?
Because like at the end he was kind of nice.
Okay, so I feel like what's gonna happen is Namor's gonna come, if he's like actually gonna be there. I feel like he's gonna come. He's gonna wage war on Wakanda, and then T'Challa is like, yo, I don't know shit about war.
The fuck he's been in so many wars.
No, he's gonna be like, look, fam.
He's done fights. He's never done like wars.
Right. He's done fights. He's never done like strategic, thought out like war plans. Mm-hmm. And he's like, yo, I need somebody that has some type of military background or whatever. Go to the Ancestral Plane to talk to his dad, but Killmonger's there. Yeah. And Killmonger's like, yo, I got you. I'm gonna help you out. And just give him some tips.
I'm excited because they never really did anything with the fact that Wakanda is now public. Like, yeah, I feel like that's going to be a big part of it too. Like maybe if they don't do, sometimes movies have like two villains and one villain is just kind of like there. I could feel it being like military is trying to get stuff from them.
Right.
And that could fuck something up with their defenses.
Thunderbolt Ross is going to come in.
He's too old, dude. He needs to die.
So there was a rumor about Red Hulk as well.
I don't even know what that is.
The Red Hulk?
What is Red Hulk?
What? All right, so Red Hulk is Thunderbolt Ross.
Oh, yeah.
He turns... Okay, so...
I remember that now.
There was this group of villains or whatever during, like, the World War Hulk comic run. Mm-hmm. And they wanted to basically... They needed their own Hulk. Like, they needed somebody that was as powerful as Hulk to go against the Hulk. So what happened was some of the smartest heroes was like, yo, we need to, like, turn Hulk back into Banner because he's too powerful. So what they did was they built this big machine to siphon off the gamma radiation. While they were doing that, the villains hacked into the shit, took some of the gamma radiation, and ended up, like, throwing it somewhere, and it fell, like, the beam fell on Thunderbolt Ross. All out of, like, random. It's all That's random. Funny. And he turns into the Red Hulk. But in Endgame, directors talked about that all the gamma radiation and celestial like power from the gauntlet was going to combine with Bruce Banner's gamma radiation and turn him into the Red Hulk. But they felt that would be too confusing for comic book fans and for...
Especially because he's already had a huge story arc in Endgame.
So they were just like, yeah, we weren't going to do that.
I can see him doing it in the future maybe, though.
Yeah.
I think Bruce Banner doesn't really fight that much anymore because he's not as strong as he was. He's more smart.
Mm-hmm.
I could see him just being like a dude that works with the guy from Fantastic Four, because like I don't think I could see another Hulk movie coming out. That'd be cool.
They have some issues with Universal.
Oh, okay, never mind.
They're not putting out a Hulk movie anytime soon.
Okay, then either just him being a background character or just cutting him off in general. Because I mean, can he even die?
So he can't really die. Well, he can, but
like if he cut off his head, his skin's too fucking.
But from what the directors were saying, it was just like Hulk is one of those characters where you can build his story arc through different movies.
That's what he's pretty much doing.
Yeah, and so they were just like, we found a way to not really have to rely on a solo movie for him. We can build his arc throughout everybody else's movies because they're having issues with Universal when it comes to like licensing and things like that. Mm-hmm. Basically, they're having the same issue that they have with Sony.
Yeah.
But Sony was a little bit more lenient. It was, all right, cool, we'll work with you. But Universal's like, nah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's hard to give up huge IPs. Like, you're just, like, holding on to it. Because, like, this makes us the money. We get the money.
Right.
Like, if you gave up the Hulk IP to Marvel, you wouldn't get that money anymore. No. And it's a little greedy, but at the end of the day, I get it. Yeah. It's just kind of difficult. All right, well.
All right, cool. I think that's it.
The first Black Widow movie comes out May 1st, 2020. I'm excited for that just because there's another Marvel movie I get to go see.
Right.
It's a long time away. Jesus Christ.
It's not that long.
Dude, it's fucking.
It's about a year.
That's a year.
It's a little under a year, man.
I'm going to have to buy Disney Plus now.
Oh, speaking of Disney Plus, I'm glad you said that. Disney Plus is putting out their deal. It's a bundle deal. It starts November 8th, I want to say, or 18th, something with an 8 in it. It's going to be Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and Hulu for $12.99. Ooh. Yeah, so any sports fans, any Disney fans, anybody who wants to leave Netflix and go to Hulu, $12.99. You get Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and Hulu.
Not sponsored, by the way.
Not sponsored. Not sponsored.
We're just talking. But yeah, I'm excited for Phase 4. I know you're excited for WandaVision and Doctor Strange.
Of course. I think those are the two that I'm most like ready for. And Eternals.
I'm looking forward to see what they don't show us. Like stuff that they haven't shown us yet. Yeah. You know? Because there's got to be more.
You think so?
Too many TV shows.
Well, they have to set up. I feel like what they're
if they don't show a movie, like it's something that's hidden. I hope it like the shows have end credit or like links to new stuff.
The reason why I think they're doing this is because they had the Netflix shows and that was like a test run to see if people were going to watch Marvel TV shows, and that was people are going to watch Marvel TV shows. So I think what they're doing now is they're going to drop these TV shows. Each TV show is going to like coincide with a movie. So I feel like, end of Black Widow might set something up. I don't know.
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Like, they're going to have a lot to do with movies that come out.
Right. I feel like Loki's going to tie up loose ends from the last phase.
Yeah, loose ends.
Right. And then WandaVision is going to automatically take you into Doctor Strange. Mm-hmm. The Falcon and Winter Soldier is probably just going to be handling...
Probably loose ends.
Yeah, loose ends.
Or just backstory.
Right.
Because there's still a lot of holes in the MCU Infinity Saga that hasn't been finished yet.
Right.
What If, I don't think is going to do anything
besides I think fan that's service. Just, yeah. And then Hawkeye is probably just fan service, maybe, and could be
loose ends as well.
Loose ends and setting up something for Phase 5 since it's coming so late.
I'm excited to see what what the cast of the new Avengers is going to be. Because Kevin Feige did say that we do have plans for more Avengers movies, but it's just going to be different Avengers, because like Avengers is the franchise. Even if the Infinity Saga is over, they're still Avengers.
Right.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. All the links of our socials will be in the description.
You already know it. I don't have to repeat it because it's down there.
And I don't think we have to put this image in the description because we kind of just talked about it. But if you do want to see the lineup, just Google Marvel Phase 4 lineup, and you'll see all the logos and IPs and stuff like that. Thank you for having me again.
No problem, bro. It's always nice to have a familiar voice on here.
Yes. I enjoy it.
I hate speaking to myself.
Yeah, whenever I see you, because I let you do your own thing, and then whenever I see you post something on Instagram that has to do with it, I'm just like, yo, you want to do podcasts? Just kind of just like redoing it, you know?
I need to get more into the whole social media thing. I suck at social media. I don't touch it.
I'm good with organization and posting shit, but like in terms of making it, I don't want to step on anything, you know? I want you to make it how you want it to be.
Yo, if you always have any like idea or something, like do it how like a business would do it. Like you make a mock-up and then be like, yo, this is what I have in mind. It's like, all right, cool. Then we'll do that.
True. Anyway, this is topics for behind the scenes. Thank you for listening. I don't remember how we end these things.
I don't remember either. It's been a long time.
Bye.
But no, thanks again for listening. If you guys enjoyed it, let me know. Like it. Follow us on Spotify, YouTube. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. All that will be in the description. But again, thank you for listening. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I guess that's it.
Bye.
Bye.